Morning everybody, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to part 3 of our 3-part series with the Genesis, trying to get a baseline setup. If anyone was watching the other videos and you were upset that I kept crashing and I wasn't doing any proper lap times, well, that kind of wasn't the point. The point was just to get to a feeling in the car, to how it feels to go around corners. Am I happy with it going into the corners? Am I happy with it going out the corners? I never had time to make one long video, and it would have been just way too long. So here we are today. We've got our setup from yesterday. There are two things that I just want to test. I want to do the traction control, then the suspension and the dampers. So hold on. So the plan is now to actually do some laps to actually get a lap time. And then while I'm doing those laps, I'm going to look at the traction control. It's on 8 at the moment. That's the default. I think it's under powertrain. Oh no, it's here. It's here. So I'm going to put it to 6 and then I'm going to try 5. Got the same setup as yesterday, because obviously this is for us, for this car, because I actually want to start driving it, because I actually also drive a Hyundai in real life. So yeah, so we're gonna do some laps, hopefully put a nice lap time on the board. As far as the suspension and the dampers, that's a part of the car that I don't really understand too much. Obviously I can understand the load through a corner and that, but like what the ideal is, and there are so many different parameters, and it will take hours to just tweak. So I've got a very good suspension set up for the Aston Martin that I'm very happy with. So I know it's a different car, but all I plan to do is just basically plug and play. I'm going to take my Aston Martin settings, I'm going to put it on the Genesis, I'm going to do some laps and see if I go faster than my other laps, and just how it feels. So I mean, yes, I can understand cars are different, the weight transfer, everything's different, they've got different handling characteristics, but in my head a shock is a shock, a spring is a spring. You've obviously got a setting that you like and you feel comfortable with the car, because remember, this is just a baseline setup. So what I normally do is, like with iRacing and when I do the like GT3s and that, I've got a baseline setting for how the car handles, and then what I do is every race I just basically tweak the AR blades, the DIFF, the bias and the wing. That's it. And that's quick. Then it's like maybe 10 minutes of setup work in between races. I can't be asked to actually sit hours and hours just trying to get a setup, and then you only do like 2 races in the week. You can't do that. So anyway, here we go. Let me just put crew chief on, sorry. Okay, crew chief is on. Why have I got no sound? Oh, there's sound. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so here we go. Just want to make sure everything's done. Okay, so the plan is now just to do a few laps, get some heat in the tires, put a lap time on the board, and while I'm doing that, in that process, I'm going to start lowering the traction control. Sorry, with the very cold tires, I really don't want to have to go through the pits and crash and spin and that, so I've got to be very cautious on this lap. These cold tires, come guys. So yeah, so the other videos, although I did do some flying laps at the end, the purpose wasn't to do flying laps and to improve lap times. It was just to get a feel for the car, and I can do that even if I am crashing and I'm pushing the limits and things like that. You don't need clean laps for that. You actually want to see the handling of the car, what is acceptable, what is too much, all of that. So that's okay, not Steve, what I wanted to do, but so that was bias. Okay, let's go. It's normally on the third lap when the tyres are completely up to temperature. So we did a 134.5, I think it is, or 133.5 or something like that. At the end of yesterday.
Mind these track limits, please, Steve.
Okay, let's do a push lap.
Tyres are cold, watch out.
I sworn they're not cold, buddy. This corner, I have such problems with this corner. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. Whenever I try push it through there, I have the same problem. Now I've got to start all this freaking over again. It's actually so annoying. Okay, let's go. Oh, I thought I could push a little bit harder through there, but that corner is a real problem for me. And it's weird because I never had that problem when I did it in the race. Okay. No more mistakes, Stephen. I can't go through that corner and put my foot on the accelerator. I have to wait till the car's completely stable for some reason. Maybe the suspension will fix that. I want to actually try and get a rhythm now. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to spin like I did on the last set of tyres.
The brake temperatures are fine.
Really? We haven't done any braking at all. Or hard braking. Okay, let's go. The car still feels a bit like I'm on ice. I'm wondering if that's not my line through the corner. I need to try figure something out there for that. Because there it was nothing. The car just becomes so unsettled. I literally was just coasting through there.
Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap.
Okay, let's go. Let's try. Tire's still not entirely up to temperature.
Sector 1 is quick.
Here we go. It's better, Steven.
Sector 2 time is good.
Okay, the tyre should be up to temperature now. Let's go. Okay, that's about a second slower than what I was going yesterday. Yeah, we can take that corner safely now.
Sector 1 time is good.
Pushing too hard there. It's a pity. I was about a second faster than what I had been. It's a pity. I was just trying a little bit too hard. Okay, let's get one more lap in.
Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel it. Okay, Steve. You need to watch the track limits.
Okay. That's fine. Let's just put one lap in here quickly. And then I'm going to do the I'm pushing too hard now. I'm trying to push to find the limits. I thought I could break deeper into that corner. Clearly I couldn't. Okay, we're going to have to do one more lap. Okay.
Sector 2 is 2.7 seconds. Slower than your best.
Okay, so this lap's going to be the lap, the one coming up now. It's the best drive onto the straight we've had.
That lap time was 1:36.73.
Okay, so this lap is it.
2 off your best. Sectors 1 and 3 are looking quick. Sector 2 is 2.7 off your best. Sector 1 time's okay.
Pushed it too deep there. I really want it because I know in the GT3s I can brake like just under the bridge. I know this is not a GT3, but okay, I'm going to put the traction control down to 6 now for this lap. Let's see what it's like.
Sector 3 time is quick.
Car's starting to slide there.
1 is 2/10 off your best.
No, that's not going to work for me. I'm going to put it to 7. The car's too loose already. I can already feel it's too loose. So with a car like that, I could maybe do a few laps, but I'm not going to make it through a 1 hour race every single corner comfortably. It's too on the edge.
Sector 2 is 2.0 seconds, slower than your best.
Okay, let's try lap with 7.
You've just done a 135.77.
That third corner, which like opens up and fourth,
off your best.
is a very
Sector
good.
1 is 2/10 off your best. Sector 2 is 2.0 seconds off your best. Sector 3 is a 10th off your best. Sector 1 is 0.36, slower than your best.
Okay, so we're going to keep the traction control at 8. We're going to keep it at 8, 100%. I can't drive a car like that. Okay, let's go back to Genesis baseline load. Okay, so it's back on 8. That's the sweet spot for us with our setup. Obviously, you could also lower the diff a little bit so it's not over rotating, but for my diff setting and this, that's perfect for me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to put on display capture. Okay, I've got my chilled games, Le Mans Ultimate. I've got dampers. Just wait for, it's probably going to open GIMP, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I'm trying to find something that suits me. Maybe with lower, remember, it's not a be-all and end-all setup. It's just a baseline setup. So with a different circuit, different characteristics, you could, which one did I upload now? Damper suspension. You could actually still change the traction control for the car. Okay, so I'm just going to try this. 5, 14, 5. Suspension. 5, 14, 5. Okay, let's see what else is on here. 5, 14, 5. Spring rate 4, 10, 4. Okay, let's try 4, 10, 4. 4, 10, 4. There's no packers, there's no packers. There's no packers. 0.5, 0.5. Okay. 0.5. 0.5. Okay. So that's the suspension. So let's go to dampers. 555 242. 555 242. So this is my setup for my Aston, which I'm very comfortable with. Okay, let's just take this one out. We're finished with this one. They're all ones. Okay. 1. 1, 1. Okay. 545, 242, all ones. Let's see, what do we have here? 242, they're all ones. Okay. 545, 363. 545, 363. 5, 4, 5, 3, 6.3, and they're all ones. Okay. Let's see how we do. Let me just turn this off quickly. So like I said, I'm not overly knowledgeable on what packers do, and that I obviously understand ride height, I understand a hard suspension and a soft suspension, but packers and that type of stuff means shit to me. So I'm quite happy with how the car feels.
Temperature is increasing. It's now 30
I've got the car
Celsius.
how I want it to feel. I'm very happy with that. I just want to see what it feels like with a different suspension setting. Like I said,
Need to get some heat into these brakes.
I am happy with how the car feels. So if it feels better, I'll keep it. If it feels worse, the only let's see how this feels. I'm curious to see if it makes a difference with that, if it makes a difference with that, with this corner coming up now. What's a corner, 5 or 6 or 7 or something? Maybe we can ride the bumps here easier. I'm very curious to see that, because that corner's been a problem, and I'm sure that can be fixed with the suspension setting. So I'll be keen to see. And maybe I can lean around these corners better as well. And who knows, maybe it even shortens our braking distances because of the weight transfer on the car. It's possible.
We need to watch these track limits. Temperatures are okay.
So I'm not the fastest driver, so if you are watching and you want to compare my setup and versus my lap times compared to yours, let's see what happens here. Is that more stable? I don't know, it's very slow. Remember, you might be faster with my setup, because I'm not the fastest driver. But this car is a long way from where it was when I started with the baseline setups, I must say. Okay, I'm very curious to see how this one comes up. I forgot to gear down. I forgot to gear down.
It's nothing.
Error damage? What error damage, buddy? I didn't hit anything. I completely forgot to actually
Watch the
gear
track
down.
limits, please, Steve.
The car feels like, just very briefly, like I can get to the apexes easier and I can stay there, if that makes sense. I did notice that on turn 1 and that third last corner after the hairpin in the middle. See, I can get to the apex now a lot better.
Track limits.
Can come out of there nicer. I feel like I can turn better through there. Overall, the handling feels fine. Let's see. That's better through there, 100%. I'll try and attack that corner a bit more just now. See, I can turn much sharper. Look here, I'm much closer to the apex than what I was. Oh, the car never spun out there either. Let's go. I'm sure I can go faster with this. The car feels, actually it feels a lot more stable. I'm much closer to the apex there. I can get on the power very nice and early there.
Sector 1 is a tenth off your best.
I can get the car stopped easier through there. Can rotate easier through there, this corner. I think I'm still faster through there, or more confident at least. Oh, that's
Alright,
a pity.
Steve, we need to watch these track limits.
I can stay on the inside here much easier than I could before. Okay, I want to get maximum drive out of here. Okay, let's go. Fast lap coming in. The car just feels so much more stable. I think we got our base set up. I'm much easier to make the apex there. Can get on the power nice and early there. Can brake later there, and I can hug the apex much better here. Oh, I messed that one up. I messed it up. I could put my power down there. And power up there nice and early.
Sector 2 is 0.28.
I can hug the inside here, I'm not drifting so wide. And I'm not losing the car there like I was before. Okay, let's try. No mistakes, Stephen.
You've just done a 133.93. That puts you 0.40 off your best.
The car just feels so much better. Can get the power down so much easier there. I can drift wide there and the car still handles. It's not like it wants to slide out.
Track limits, keep it within the lines.
I'm trying to push, sorry guys. I'm just trying to find the new limit. So I'm trying to push, but you could see that I was up like on the other laps immediately before I was going off, but I know I need to get a full lap, and I'm trying to find what the new limit is, because I don't really know with the new suspension. You need to kind of feel what the car can do and what it can't. It's much more stable through there. Oh, I put a wheel on the grass. I put a wheel on the grass. On the sand, should I say. Okay, let's go around again. I know this car's a lot faster now, because it feels a lot more stable through the corners, but I'm trying to push it to find out where the new limits are. Okay, let's try.
Sector 3 is 0.5, slower than your best.
so I haven't gone off once there. I'm just trying too hard. Maybe I've got too much wobble on my tires now.
Watch the track limits, please, Steve.
I think I might have too much wobble on my tires now. Anyway, let's see how we go. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to save this. Car setup, custom setup. I'm going to save it as that, and I'm going to save it as that. Okay, so new. Okay, let's go. Let's get some heat in the tires. Let's do a couple laps. But that's 100% my setup. The car just feels so much better.
We need to get some heat into these brakes. Air temperature's increasing. It's now 23 Celsius. Brake temperatures look good.
Okay, so we've got one more lap before the tyres do come up to temperature completely.
Sector 1 is 2.2, off your best. Sector 2 is 4.4, off your best.
Okay.
This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits. Sector 3
fine.
is 1.4 off your best. Sector 1 is 0.8, slower than your best.
See how we get through here. Definitely power out the corners very nicely.
Mind these track limits, please, Steve.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only going to do 2 more laps, guys. That was nice. Oh, we lost time through that corner. So this one's faster, and we were slower getting onto the main straight.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
So we faster through there in 4th. So we're 7 tenths, that's going to be our first 1:33. Oh, but it said that lap doesn't count, so, but that's our fastest lap time. It's a pity.
Sector 1 time's okay.
That corner's not a problem with these suspension settings. Damn.
Okay, Steve.
Okay.
Watch these track limits.
Anyway, you can see we are faster with this setup. I'm not going to do any more laps. Okay, guys. So I'll share my whole setup with you. Okay. So here's my car setup. I'll just leave that on the screen for you. If you want to copy it, do screenshots. Okay, here's my powertrain. My wheel and brakes. Suspension. Dampers. And chassis and aero. Okay guys, so there you can share that, you can, I don't know, you can use it, you can try it, you can make comments. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to obviously race this car. This is my baseline, then for every circuit I'll probably just change the wings, the AR blades, the diff and the bias. So that's it. That is our video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the setup works for you. Have a super day. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you.